There are people out there right now earning six figures by running a local newsletter, and you can do exactly the same. If you've got a 9 to 5 and you want to start your 5 to 9 or your side hustle, then this could be the business model for you. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the 5 steps to starting your local newsletter, the 5 things you need to consider before you even go away and get a platform, before you even go away and get any software or start using any AI tools or anything like that. If you go down into the description at the end of this video, you like what you hear, there are some additional links through to some things that are going to help you out massively in order to be able to understand and get started with this business model. But for now, I'm going to go through the 5 decisions that you need to make. The first one is you need to choose your location. Now, this could be somewhere on your doorstep if you already live near a city or a large area that you would like to cover. But you can do this remotely. So if you live somewhere that is very remote, it doesn't have a large population, or you live in another country where you don't really think that this newsletter business model would work for, and you want to target somewhere else, like a city in the States, you can totally do that. Being local to where you're writing about your newsletter does have some advantages, but using Google, using AI, you can actually find out a lot of the information that you need by doing this remotely as well. So we will go through all of these ideas in detail if you want us to. If you go down to the comments and just put 5 steps into one of the comments, if you get enough interest, then I'll make a video on all of these ideas and we'll go into how to choose your location in more detail. The next thing you need to do is choose your audience. Who is it that you're going to serve? And you need to have this mentality when you are starting this business model. Don't make it about you, make it about your audience, make it about your subscribers. So who is it you're going to serve? Is it business owners? Is it parents? Is it's the general community, people that are looking for things to do on the weekend? Is it people that are interested in sports? Who is it that you want to serve? And how are you going to make money? Now, I'll get onto the money thing in a second, but you do need to have a little think about, are you going to be trying to build relationships with business owners? Is it going to be generally the local community clicking on your links? What is it that you want to do in order to be able to serve these people and also attract partnerships so that you can earn some money? The next thing you need to think about is, what problem can you solve? The whole point of people joining your newsletter and subscribing is the fact that you solve a problem for them. That could be the news, it could be business connections, it could be finding what to do on the weekend. It doesn't really matter as long as you are very, very good at solving that problem. So think about the value that you can provide to your subscribers, and that's going to keep them coming back and opening your emails. A high open rate and a high click-through rate on your newsletter, it means that it's going to be easier for you to be able to monetize it, because businesses that you work with know that you are having a newsletter that is opened by the local community, and therefore their business is going to be seen in your newsletter. Once you've done that, then you want to think about how often you are publishing. Now, this wants to be you want to be something that is manageable for you. Do have a look at what other newsletters are doing, but you need to think about, what can you manage? Can you use AI in order to save you some time? And we'll do some video on AI and using AI in newsletters in the future. But what can you do now? What can you fit into your current lifestyle with all your other responsibilities so you can stick to it for, let's say, the next year? Do not start with a daily newsletter and realize that you can't cope with it and drop down. You actually want to go the other way. You want to think about, okay, maybe I'll do monthly, maybe I'll do fortnightly, maybe I'll do weekly, and then I can increase from there as time frees up. Maybe you can cut down on your hours at work because your newsletter is bringing in money. So just start that way. We want it manageable, because if you overwhelm yourself, you will quit. The last thing we want to think about then before we get started is, how are you going to make money? Now, there's loads of options with this. You can do a subscription, sort of paid newsletter. You can go for advertising. You can have sponsorships. You can have affiliate links. Now, you can monetize this thing from day one with things like affiliate links, and then build in the other opportunities as you go. But once you start building a list, it might be a list of business owners in the local area, which means you might have businesses wanting to get in front of other businesses, and that will be sponsorships. You might be having advertisers. You go for a general advertiser that wants to advertise in your newsletter. It might be that you go for a paid subscription model where you're giving the best information out to those that are paid. And from day one, you can start putting affiliate links, especially if you've got a general newsletter, you can find affiliate links that will go in. So don't worry too much about getting that planned. As I said, there's enough interest. I'll go through all these ideas one by one. But have a think about what the possibilities are. can you set this up in a way that's actually going to earn you some money? Because that's the whole point of this. Yes, you want to serve your local community, but you also want to make some money as well. The other thing to think about are there any services that you could offer? So for example, if you already have some knowledge of digital marketing, maybe you already have an agency or have the ability to set up an agency. It could be something simple like you're a local photographer, for example. Maybe you do have an SEO agency, maybe you're a web designer, something like that. By starting this newsletter and connecting business owners, not only are you able to get paid for those sponsorships and advertising, but on top of that, you can showcase your own skills, expertise, and services as well. So it's something that you could start alongside your own business, promote your business within it, and on top of that, get paid from others that want to advertise in your newsletter. So there's a huge amount of opportunity there for you. Now, if you are interested in learning more about this business model, then you've got two options. You've got this video on the screen here, where you can take a look at the 6 different types of local business newsletters that you could start, or go down into the description, like I said at the beginning of the video, check out that link to all our additional resources and tools that are going to help you start this business model.